Welcome back to another week of van life. We last left you ferrying over to New Jersey to a winery to celebrate my 27th birthday for a couple days. This week's gonna look a little different because we ditched the van at a friend's house in the suburbs of New York and trained into the city for the weekend. One of my other best friend's birthday was also a couple weeks ago, so everybody flew in and we had a dope weekend in the city. My girlfriends live in Brooklyn, but obviously we went over to Manhattan for a bunch of things as well. We ate so much good food. Had to get bagels, Korean wings. Those last things you saw were kimchi fries. They were so good. Went to happy hour, caught up with some old friends we hadn't seen in a while. If you're ever in Lower East and you can make it to Joy Face, that's where this disco ball is. You tell the bartender a feeling or a vibe of the drink you want, and they make it for you. It was so much fun. We danced way too long. Evan and I got up the next morning and explored the city, went to a bakery that he'd had his eye on, and took the ferry over to Manhattan, which was a pretty touristy thing to do, but we had so much fun. Also ate like 500 million things. Again, obviously when you're in New York, all you're really doing is just planning the next thing you're eating to, right? Just looking at the map and being like, okay, how do we get there? How do we eat that or drink that? This was Evan's only second time into the city, so we got a little crazy and I got a couple tattoos. We got some more food and went to Washington Square Park. We really just did everything we could, explored while everyone kind of recuperated for the day. Like I said, it was my friend's birthday also a week or so ago. So we celebrated with a family dinner and danced and hung out. My best girlfriends and I and our boyfriends, my husband, when we all get together, people have to think there's something wrong with us because we just talk and laugh and dance around and hug on each other and cry and laugh some more. And I don't know if all people get to experience friendships like this, but it really does feel like your chosen family. And I hope if you're listening to this, you can experience a friendship like that because there's nothing like it. We day drank, obviously, because it was gorgeous out on Saturday. So we went to a rooftop bar and then we walked home and enjoyed the sunset and got some food and hung out. And the next morning we went to a cycle bar class. My friend is a teacher, she's an instructor. So we always enjoy those when we're all together. And we watched the F1 race and then just hung out all day and ordered some sushi and cried all night and said goodbye to each other the next morning. Evan and I trained back out. As much as I miss my friends as soon as we say bye to them, it felt so good getting back to the van. I miss this thing. It's so weird how this already feels like home so quickly. And I think in my last video I mentioned that we were exploring the Northeast. We're already too cold, so we're heading south.